When Elaine heard he was a famous expert, she got really excited. "Oh, Gideon, thank you so much." "And thank you, Dr. Serrano." Gideon smiled slightly. "Elaine, you're welcome. It's the least I could do." Then he turned and spoke respectfully to Martin Serrano, who was standing behind him. "Dr. Serrano, we appreciate you coming to see Uncle Wilson." Hearing this, Martin stepped forward, smiled, and said confidently, "Don't you worry. It's a spinal injury, right? They're tough to treat, but for me, it's quite simple." The doctor in charge of the hospital looked surprised. "From what I know, there's no real cure for spinal injuries anywhere in the world. Even the wealthiest people end up bedridden after an injury like that. With severe damage, they're usually in a wheelchair for life, maybe able to move just 3 fingers. What makes you so sure?" Martin just smiled and said arrogantly, "Because I have a magic medicine. All I have to do is give it to the patient and he'll recover quickly." After speaking, he carefully took out half of a crystal-clear pill from his medical bag. Holding the pill, Martin looked around smugly. "Behold, this is the magical medicine I developed. After taking this, forget a spinal injury. This could bring someone out of a coma." Claire, who had been crying quietly, couldn't help but ask, "Does that medicine really work?" "Of course," Martin said proudly, stroking his beard. "I am the world's foremost creator of magic drugs. This pill was crafted with the very essence of life and immense effort by a master with great magical powers right before his passing on. It's priceless. If it weren't for Gideon's sake, I would never have brought this out." Charlie looked at the half pill in Martin Serrano's hand and almost laughed. Wasn't this just one of the semi-finished products he'd made while trying to create a cure for Jacob? The medicinal strength was only about 1/10 of the real thing. It wasn't terrible, and it could handle minor injuries or sicknesses, but it wasn't nearly powerful enough for this. It was hilarious that Martin was treating it like a priceless treasure, handling it so carefully, afraid it would break. But to Charlie, this medicine was just a little trinket he could create whenever he wanted, as many as he wanted. Thinking about this, he smirked to himself. Now, if it were the real magic medicine he created, that could definitely heal the old master's spine and get him back to normal. But this half-finished pill in Martin's hands, it definitely wasn't going to cut it. So Charlie couldn't help but shake his head. "Forget it, Dr. Serrano," he said. "Your medicine won't be able to cure my father-in-law's injury." Gideon, standing next to him, immediately sneered. "Charlie, who do you think you are, questioning Dr. Serrano's authority?" Martin looked like he'd just heard the funniest joke in the world. "Son, what could you possibly know?" he scoffed. "Even the great Tristan Finch, the most famous expert in holistic medicine, was cured by this very magic medicine. The leader of the holistic health community himself believes in it. It's absurd for a nobody like you to call it suspicious." When he said that, everyone in the room was stunned. Tristan Finch? He was the undisputed master in the holistic health community. His medical skills were legendary, and he had treated countless people over his lifetime. Even the rich and powerful found it nearly impossible to get an appointment with him. But now, they were hearing that he had an ailment he couldn't cure himself, and the magical medicine developed by Dr. Martin had fixed it? And yet, here was Charlie claiming the medicine was useless. It had to be a joke, right? Hearing this, Elaine flew into a rage and immediately started yelling, "Charlie, you are useless trash! Who do you think you are?" The more she looked at him, the angrier she got. "Get out of here and stop delaying Dr. Serrano's treatment! Hurry up!" Charlie frowned. He couldn't help but wonder to himself, could Martin Serrano be the one who bought the medicine from Irvin? If so, he's probably the one who turned around and sold it to Tristan Finch for $5 million. It seems he is a shrewd businessman through and through. Gideon must have paid a fortune to get him here. At that moment, Gideon thought he had Charlie cornered. He sneered, "Charlie, you're good for nothing. But you sure talk a big game, don't you?" Then, acting like he'd just had an epiphany, he added, "Oh, I get it now. You're questioning the brilliant Dr. Serrano because you don't want Uncle Wilson to get better. Oh, am I talking nonsense?" Charlie could handle his mother-in-law's ridiculous accusations, but that didn't mean he was going to take it from Gideon Graham. He shot back with a sneer. "I actually know Tristan Finch, and I've never heard him mention his illness was cured by this idiot." Gideon laughed out loud. "Ha ha ha ha, Charlie, you're hilarious. You know Tristan Finch? Why don't you just say you know the President of the United States while you're at it?" When Martin heard Charlie call him a quack, his face turned ugly. He lectured him with a superior air. "Young man, you may not have much ability, but you've certainly got a big mouth. I bet you've never even opened a medical book in your life. How dare you call me a quack?" He then pointed a finger at Charlie arrogantly. "You, apologize to me right now, otherwise I won't treat this patient." Elaine went pale with fear and blurted out, "Charlie, are you trying to kill my husband? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to kill my husband, then kill me, so you can take all our property for yourself?" Charlie's face turned grim. He wanted to laugh. Monopolize her property? What property did they even have? He doubted they could scrape together a few $1,000,000. A simple 3-bedroom apartment. Was that really worth stealing? He had tens of billions of dollars in the bank that he didn't even know how to spend, and a $100 million check from Warnia in his pocket, and she thought he wanted to steal their property? It was the biggest joke he'd ever heard. Gideon added fuel to the fire. "Elaine," he said, "I think Charlie's definitely up to no good. You have to be careful, or you'll get burned by a backstabber like him." Claire couldn't help but say, "Charlie, just let the good Dr. Serrano try." But Dr. Martin was puffed up with pride. He snorted coldly. "Kid, if you don't get on your knees and apologize to me today, this patient here isn't getting any treatment from me." Just as he finished speaking, a cold voice suddenly rang out from outside the door. "Who is it that dares to make Mr. Wade kneel for them? You must be tired of living." As the voice spoke, a middle-aged man in a tailored suit stepped into the room. The moment Gideon and Martin saw this man, their expressions changed drastically. They were in shock. It was Orville, the notorious king of the Orus Hill underworld. What was going on? Why was he here? Before Gideon and the other man could even react, the next scene left them completely dumbfounded, like they'd been struck by lightning. Then, more people streamed in through the doorway. It was Doris Young, Salman White, Christian Knox, Lucas Finley, Tristan Finch, and even more people. These heavy hitters, all major players in Orus Hill and San Francisco, walked straight up to Charlie. They bowed in unison and said respectfully, "Mr. Wade." Charlie asked, "Why are all of you here?" Orville answered respectfully, "Mr. Wade, we heard your father-in-law was in a car accident, so we rushed over to visit. We hope you don't mind." Charlie smiled slightly. "That's very kind of you." He said it casually, but to these powerful men, his simple words were like treasures. Their faces flushed, and their bodies trembled with excitement. Seeing this, Elaine felt a mix of shame and terror. "It's over," she thought. "Charlie, that liar, is getting in deeper and deeper. All these powerful people are treating him with respect. What happens when they find out he's a fraud? Our whole family will be ruined." She didn't believe for a second that Charlie had any real ability. She knew his past perfectly. He was orphaned at 8 and sent to an orphanage. He cleaned windows for a living before the head of the Wilson family brought him home to marry Claire. If he was so capable, why would he have put up with so much for so long? Gideon was speechless, especially when he saw Warnia. It was unbelievable. This was the famous youngest daughter of the Smith family. Compared to the Smith family, his Graham family was nothing. His own father didn't even have the status to meet Warnia. But now, here was the beautiful and elegant Warnia showing respect to that useless bum, Charlie? How could this be possible? Gideon couldn't understand it. Charlie was a total loser. Why would a wealthy woman worth hundreds of billions stoop to respect him? He couldn't hold back his surprise any longer and blurted out, "Miss Smith, you must have the wrong guy. Charlie is a total bum." Warnia's face turned to ice. She snapped, "Who do you think you are, questioning Mr. Wade?" Christian Knox, standing nearby, smirked coldly and added, "Mr. Wade is a born king, a master of the mystic arts. How dare you speak of him like that?" Salman scolded him coldly. "That's right. Mr. Wade is one of the most respected and well-known men in Orus Hill. His name is not for the likes of you to drag through the mud."
Hey amazing viewers, it's Charlie here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 11% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 89% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.